Over on the Load Bearing Beams Patreon, we covered The Truman Show, a great movie, a movie that upon rewatching for the first time in many years, I fully loved it in a way that I didn't remember. I'd always liked it. I didn't remember how much I loved it. I do love it. Peter Weir directs the shit out of this movie. He creates incredible sequences like the one, my favorite in the movie, where Truman is driving in his car and he accidentally tunes into the radio frequency where the crew members of The Truman Show are communicating with each other, and then they're literally narrating what he's doing. It's so scary, so eerie. It's like something out of a dream. It's like one of my all-time favorite sequences from any movie, period, at this point. And obviously this movie anticipated the rise of reality TV. Reality TV already existed in 1998, but would really take off in the years afterward. But I think even more than reality TV, it anticipates a future where people, just normal people, are broadcasting their lives for other people, and other people are just entertained by it. There are literally audiences who will watch somebody Twitch stream their sleep, and people just constructing their entire lives to be presented to strangers online. And doing research for the episode, I was reading a lot of interviews with Jim Carrey. In 1998, Jim Carrey was at the absolute height of his powers and his fame. There's very rarely been somebody who was so famous and successful as Jim Carrey was basically in 1998. And it all happened so fast for him. In a period of just a few years, he became the highest paid movie star in the world. In a 2018 Vanity Fair retrospective on The Truman Show, they have quotes from Jim Carrey. He reflects on, at the time, relating to Truman, on feeling like he is living his entire life. He was living his entire life at the time under a microscope and entirely living it for other people. So he has a quote in this Vanity Fair piece about making choices for himself rather than making them for other people. He got to a place where he was more comfortable making decisions about his career and his life, that reflected who he truly was and who he wanted to be. And I just want to read this quote entirely. So he is talking in this quote about how at the end of The Truman Show, spoiler alert for the end of The Truman Show, when Truman takes his bow, exits the fake world that he's lived in his entire life. This is what Jim Carrey says, quote, "Did I just sign off to this whole thing, this whole idea of being this crowd-pleasing guy? Did I just sign out? I think I did to a certain extent. I still have done some really interesting stuff and made choices I thought were provocative, but I do it on my own terms now. It turned into an I love you, but I can't be who you want me to be, and I'm going through the door. I'm bitter that you used me, that I was everybody's show but my own, and I was the only one that was left out of the joke, but I'm going to live my life now. Once you've been Truman, the true man, there's no looking back. There's no putting the mask back on. The closest I ever came to putting the mask back on and reacting to what the audience thought they wanted was Dumb and Dumber 2. And I think we did great stuff in Dumb and Dumber 2. It was super fun being with Jeff Daniels again, but it proved to me that the collective ego doesn't know what it really wants. They're saying for years, dude, Dumb and Dumber 2, where's Dumb and Dumber 2? And then you did it, and it was good, and they go, oh, okay, well, all we really wanted was for you to do it, to show that we had the power to do that. End quote. I find that so astute as a diagnosis about the idea of fan service, about making things because people are asking for them, because really they don't even actually want the things that they say they want. I find that with legacy sequels, with reunion movies or shows, or whenever projects like that get made, obviously they feel disposable, but they also just don't. It doesn't seem like the actual fans even care. They care more that it happens, not that it has happened. They care more about the idea that they can influence it getting made. Once it's made, it no longer seems important to them. Fans beg for a sequel, or they beg for a reunion, or they beg for the version of the character that they say they want. Like they'd love to see the Luke Skywalker from 1983 after Return of the Jedi. They just want to see him on screen again. And then he shows up in the Star Wars Disney Plus shows and everybody shrugs. They don't even actually want it. So The Truman Show, a great movie, and I think we did a really good episode about it, and you can hear it by going to patreon.com/loadbearingbeams. Go there right now, sign up for Load Bearing Beams Collector's Edition.